So good evening, friends. This is Rahul Magan here again from Singapore, from my favorite place, which is Marina Bay Sands. But this time I'm going to be shooting a very important video about the virtual banks. We already had one video about the virtual banks. That the main video would be hitting actually tomorrow. But I'm not going to show you everything about the virtual bank, but I'm going to show you something because I don't want to mention the name. Let you imagine the name, right? There is one article which is in the BT which is allowing virtual banks and maintain fair play and manage the new risk. Allow virtual banks but maintain fair play and managing the new risk, right? Now in this article, I'm not naming that company, neither I wanted to have say about this company, but I wanted to raise one important issue about the virtual banks, which I think might be the source of money laundering soon. As you very well understand that the venture capitalists are running the Ponzi scheme. There is no doubt about that. How can you invest in a company Uber who is into the loss and almost $12 billion, I think closer to a little bit more than $12 billion being lost and still valued more than $70 billion. This is the ninth wonder of the globe. After Taj Mahal, this is the ninth wonder of the globe, and I think UNESCO should treat this as a wonder. How can you invest in Ola, who is losing not less than 5,000 crores in Indian rupee every year? How can you invest in Ola? How can you invest in Deliveroo? How can you invest in Zomato, Swiggy, Paytm? Those who never see that how profit look like. But I'm not here discussing whether this Ponzi scheme will continue or not, because I know that everything in this globe is having an end. There were when Flipkart was raising billions and billions of dollars, even then I was raising the voice in the public domain that this comes to an end soon. But I was criticized in the open space, in the social media, that you always think that Indian companies cannot be Amazon. Now, tell me one thing, all those people, those who used to criticize me when I used to criticize, this Flipkart, that it is not a sustainable model. You people blamed on me. You put the negative dislikes on my YouTube, because YouTube does permit you to put the negative dislike. Now where is Flipkart, boss? Where is Flipkart? Where is Sachin Bansal? Where is Binny Bansal? Why they asked to go? Why Flipkart did sold? Why it is being bought by an American company whose name is Walmart? And in fact, Amazon was also on the deal, but due to some strategic reason, the Flipkart board decided to go with the Walmart, not with the Amazon. Amazon was also offering a handy price. Where is your Flipkart? Where is your Snapdeal? 5 years ago, you used to criticize me a lot, saying that you really don't see any Amazon in India, you are an anti-Indian, anti-national, and what not. You people told me, where is your Flipkart and Amazon, sir? Tell me, where are they? Where is your Snapdeal? Where is? Tell me, give me the answer. And now today I am going to raise a video which I think most of the people do not like, but this would be the reality after 5 years. Your big eyes will open after 5 years. Now the world is facing a technical issue. The tactful issue is the virtual banking. What is this virtual banking? Brick and mortar has to go. Gone are the days when people used to stand in the lines of the bank, they used to fight for the RTGS. No, now it's everything online. You use your mobile app, you just book it up. Now the question here is that, is virtual banking is an easiest way to do the money laundering? That is something the good regulators of the globe, Monetary Authority of Singapore, Hong Kong Monetary Authority, Federal Reserve, Bank of England, National Bank of Australia, Reserve Bank of Australia, Reserve Bank of New Zealand, European Central Bank, Bank of Japan, Reserve Bank of Canada, they need to sit together honestly, religiously, and strategically, removing their personal differences, and they need to see that, boss, is virtual banking a norm for money laundering? Virtual banking has to come. Whether these regulators agree or disregard, they themselves know that the virtual banking has to come. Hong Kong already started that, and virtual banking is the norm for the day now. But more importantly, what point I am raising is that in this virtual banking, it should not happen that the loss-making startups, who all are the loss-making startups? Ola, Uber, and multiple, they should not, or any loss making, just an example, any continuous loss making startup should not be allowed to set up the financial services arm. He should not be allowed to set up the financial services arm. The reason being, if he allows to set up the financial services arm, then he is going to misuse that. How is going to misuse that? Just imagine, without quoting the name of any company, a startup who is there in the public domain from the last 10 years, who claims to be a unicorn, but at the end of the day, this startup is losing billions of dollars every year. We have lots of examples. We have Lyfts, we have Uber, we have Ola, we have so many examples before us. But it should not happen that if these startups would be allowed to set up the virtual bank, then without quoting the name of any bank, it would be the source of money laundering. As simple as that. Because they are always in loss. Virtual banking should be allowed only to existing banks like DBS, Standard Chartered, UOB, Bank of America, ANZ, and all. Or it should be allowed to the people, those who really wish to be a bank. Profitability should be a concern for virtual bank. I think one important point which I wanted to raise here is that if your startup is in loss, it should not be treated as a virtual bank. And the VC model, that a VC is coming, any VC, without quoting the name, I'm also a VC, any VC is coming and he is investing in a startup who is already in a mess. VC model should not be repeated in the virtual bank. If VC model is repeated in the virtual bank, then it would be the big mess of in the virtual bank. And I think it is just like killing a baby before the baby comes to the earth. If we continue to do this, rest is on you. This is the important message which I wanted to pass, that virtual banking should not be tried and tested like we have the VC model, wherein they just messed it up. You name the startup and they are in the loss. This is important message I wanted to pass through today. With this, our mobile number 919899242978. Our fixed income platform www.fixedincome.global. More such videos on the way. Stay tuned and happy hours from Singapore. See you soon at Marina Bay Sands.